It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fight.
Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go. Trouble, 38.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. On play action, Lance. He'll dump this down to Dillon. That's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He'll return it from the 6. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle, there to make the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jennings. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Off the play fake. Jennings. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cade Otton, 32 yards. And the Buccaneers are on the board here first in the season opener. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the...
He's got a man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
10 seconds.
Here's Lance to throw it. And this one too low.
I think they need to make sure they get together on that route, because that's a curl, all right? Timing is everything.
That receiver anticipating turning around, having the ball already halfway there, threw it short. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jennings. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go with the option. Coming right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
97.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. After the sack on 1st down, Lance. And it'll be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. But turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. On 3rd down, a run from White. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a dump off to White. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
To throw on 3rd down, Jennings looking downfield for Godwin. Touchdown! Chris Godwin. In the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this 1st half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before half for Lance. He's able to find Melton. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And we'll see in the 2nd half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the 1st half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off play action, Jennings. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jennings. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Working from the gun, Lance. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Lance to the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Buccaneers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Looking to throw on second down. Jennings. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Off the option, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lance going to try to throw for this. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. It looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Lance looking to throw it. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll go up the middle with White. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. To throw on second down, Jennings. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. On third down, Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. This to swell the lead to 6. Succop's kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Lance. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Jamel Dean. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Now a give up the middle. This is White, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Ready? Okay. You tell it.
One final try now for Lance. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. We know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Tampa Bay, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
Got so many memories that I made on